we are also one of those who have done an opinion poll. Our opinion poll came just a few days ago. And our estimate is also that BJP is likely to get 40% of the popular vote, while the nearest rival Congress is likely to get 21% vote. So there is a huge gap between number one and number two. And in a multi-party democratic system, which India has, if a party gets 40% of the popular vote and leads over the nearest rival by almost 18-19%, they are bound to get a good majority. So I'm sure BJP is going to be elected again, and Narendra Modi will form the next government when the counting takes place on the 4th of June. Voters' concerns are varied. It's not just one concern. India is a big country, very diverse geographically, ethnically, multi-religious, multi-caste, multi-language. So the concerns for the voters and also multi-party. So different political parties raise different issues for the voters. So couple of things which I would like to mention. One, unemployment is a big concern of a very large number of voters. Rising prices is a big concern of a very large number of voters. Corruption also is a concern of a very large number of voters. So these are the concerns which seems to be critical. These are the people who seems to be critical of the work of the Modi government. But at the same time, there are people, especially among the Hindu majority community, Hindus are 83% of the total population. For them, they also consider some work as a big achievement of this government. One being construction of a Ram temple. There has been a, like contestation going on about a temple and a mosque for about 500, 600 years, which was inaugurated on 22nd of January. So Hindu identity, Ram Mandir, is a concern of a very large number of people. Large number of people also believe that India has emerged very strong internationally. So they also consider this as a big achievement, and for them, this is also a concern. So the concerns are varied, some of which I have already mentioned. Couple of factors. One, a lot of people believe that he has been able to govern the country much better compared to the previous prime ministers or the previous political parties. Second, he is seen as a very honest prime minister, and committed to the welfare of the people and welfare of the country. As you know that, he always devotes all his time for the country. And honesty, that's a rare trait among Indian politicians. If you are seen as really honest, that becomes a very attractive trait in a sense. So these are the positive traits about Narendra Modi, which makes him very popular. But at the same time, there would be some voters who may not be very fascinated about. They would just think he's okay. But when they look at the other options in people's point of view are very bad, very much poorer compared to Narendra Modi. That makes him much more popular. Very difficult to make a prediction whether Modi can achieve these goals. But it is true that if you look at the path of development of India during last 10 years, India has moved on the path of development. And we know that Indian economy has improved. India has become the 5th largest economy in the world now. So there have been many promises which Prime Minister Modi has made to the people of this country. And a very large number of those promises he has been able to fulfill. I won't say that he has been able to fulfill all the promises, but there are big promises which he has been able to fulfill. Yes, there are still concerns about unemployment and price rise. I am not saying that he has been able to deliver everything. It is the people believe that he will certainly take India's economy further, while we have no parameter to say whether India's 3rd biggest economy in the world or not. But normally there is a hope among the people, or a faith among the people, that Indian economy will further become strengthened under Modi's leadership. BJP also, and if you talk to the common people on the ground, you do get a sense in the survey which we conducted. We said, why would you like this government to be re-elected if you want this government at all to be re-elected? And a very large number of people said, because this government has resulted into development. And the second option was Ram Mandir. This government has been able to construct a Ram Mandir for the Hindus. Third, this government has been able to abolish Article 370. So there are a large number, these are considered as the big achievements of this government, the big achievement, because Ram Mandir contestation has been there for more than 500 years. So people believe that what government has not been able to do in the past 500 years, this government has been able to do that, which is about electricity, roads, schools, hospitals. Day-to-day governance has become better. Also, the welfare policies for the poor has become more pronounced now compared to the past. Economic development has to be the priority, and Prime Minister Modi in his speeches is saying that whatever development has taken or whatever work this government has been able to do is some kind of a trailer for the big picture which will come after he takes oath for the third time as the Prime Minister. So a couple of big things which I think is on his mind is Uniform Civil Code to be applied all over the country. One nation, one election. At this moment, we have 30 provinces, and the cycle of elections in 30 provinces are very, very different. So we have few states going to poll. The BJP and especially Prime Minister Modi believes that the country is always in an election mode that hampers the developmental work because politicians are busy campaigning, contesting elections. So his desire is that all the elections should be clubbed together. It should be made mandatory that elections for all the provinces and the national election should be held together. So I think that's a big ticket on his mind, that this is what he wants to implement. Economic development is certainly there on the mind of Prime Minister Modi. There could be some other issues which we don't know. Nobody knows. It's maybe in Prime Minister's head. And crackdown on corruption, which he is already mentioning time and again. That this crackdown on corruption will continue and it will become more aggressive after BJP takes oath or the Narendra Modi take oath as the Prime Minister for the third time. So these are the big initiatives which I think BJP is going to take after coming to power or winning the elections in 2024.